So it's kind of not looking good for Jake Paul in terms of actually fighting Tommy Fury and getting him in the ring. Um, Tommy Fury, they're saying he's having trouble with entering the U.S. He's been denied entry to the U.S., so it's just like he needs his visa, is what it sounds like. And Jake Paul saying, "I'm gonna do whatever it takes to make sure you get in that ring and like we fight and hash this out." Jake Paul plans on sleeping Tommy Fury. Putting his lights out. Whether he can do it, I think he can. Tommy Fury's not that good, man. No offense. Respect to his brother Tyson Fury, big fan, legend in the sport, undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, beat Deontay Wilder twice, stopped him twice. I think he beat him 3 times, but it is what it is. Tommy's just not that guy. He just seems really scared to me. It doesn't seem like he wants to fight. At first it was on, then it was off. Injury, no injury. Drug testing, no drug testing, and then entry to the U.S. If you really wanted this fight and you had the span of 1 year to make sure that it happened, you would easily make it happen. You have all the resources and the connections to make sure that you get entry. You're Tyson Fury's younger brother who has been around the game. He's been going to the U.S. leaving. He could, if not him, all of his managers, his team could do something to make sure that Tommy gets into the U.S. I know visas take long to register, process, and eventually get to you physically, and get approved. But dude, you just look scared. Like, it doesn't even seem like he cares, because like, I don't know, he has so many excuses, and I actually I understand that Jake Paul's not like a boxer, but it's like you got to respect him for trying to make sure that this guy gets in the ring. This guy's bigger than Jake Paul. I think he has 2 inches on Jake Paul. Dude, you got to man up and take the fight, because, Jake's waiting for this. You're going to get a big payday. Even if you lose, I don't think it really hurts your brother's legacy, because you're separate from your brother. Your brother's a different animal. Tyson Fury's a legend. You're a guy that got popular from some show and has a social media presence, which is also something to teach their own. Everyone has their own hustle, so respect to him for that. But if you don't fool people who actually want to see this fight or plan to tune in because they have nothing better to do. Don't fool them and say, or try to fool them, because no one's believing it, that you're trying to make this fight happen, because in reality you should, if you're going to get this payday and it's a huge opportunity for you and you're that confident that you're going to beat Jake Paul in a boxing match, then you'd make that fight happen. I don't want to hear it. I would, if I were him and I were confident in my skills and ability in the boxing ring, I'm getting in that ring. It doesn't matter I'm taking a private jet. Don't tell anybody about it. We're flying over there. I'll get on the boat. And start paddling to the U.S. and get to MSG, fight Jake Paul. And end it. All the hype, all the animosity, all the attention that he's getting, and make that happen. It'll add to your brother's legacy if you're really about it. But it doesn't seem that way. Jake's offering everything to him. He made a bet with his older brother. The older brother has faith in him, but he doesn't have faith in himself. So what does that tell you about Tommy Fury? He's afraid of Jake Paul. And you heard it here first. Tommy Fury is scared to fight Jake Paul. He does not want the smoke with Jake Paul, who has only been boxing for 4 or 5 years and has only had a few fights against guys who, obviously you got to give him credit for the Tyron Woodley fight. I wouldn't give him credit for the Ben Askren fight, not the Nate Robinson, but he did beat Tyron Woodley. That's what got everybody's attention. He slept, and we saw how Tyron Woodley hit the canvas face first, flat on his face, and he, hands down and everything, unconscious. And I think Tommy kind of saw that, and he was like, "Oh, wait a second, I might be biting off more than I can chew." I know he's a YouTube kid. I know he started on social media, Vine, all that, but he might be able to hurt me. Anyone can get hurt in the sport of boxing. I truly believe, even if you have great boxing ability and you get caught with the right punch, it doesn't matter. You're going to bed. It's night. It's sleeping on the floor. It's over. That's just how the sport of boxing works. And there's always going to be talk. There's always going to be criticism for Jake Paul about, oh, he's ruining the sport. Just then don't think of it as boxing. Just think of it as let's say a celebrity is having an NBA, not an NBA, but they're playing a celebrity game on the court. It's just fun. They're having a good time. Jake Paul just happens to be making millions. That's the part that's like kind of unfair, but it is what it is. Like life's not fair. Things don't always go your way, and some people get opportunities that maybe they they do deserve in some respect because they're known, they're marketable, but maybe for that sport specifically. But it's more of an entertainment thing. It's like what I say always. It's a spectacle. And for Jake Paul to be doing everything in his power to make sure this fight happens, and Tommy Fury kind of being silent, it's kind of really like telling of his confidence and lack thereof, in terms of actually heading into this fight and taking on Jake Paul at MSG on a card with Amanda Serrano and Carbajal as the co-main. This would be a big night for anybody, because it's a big night for women's boxing in general, because that's a real fight, and I know people would love to tune into it. But come on, Tommy, make the fight happen. Jake Paul's looking for you, man. He's not gonna let you out easy. But it does seem like Jake Paul is kind of letting off the gas, because he's not going to waste all of his time. He's kind of saying like, okay, maybe it's time to find someone new. But it's crazy to see that the brother of a undisputed heavyweight champion of the world, who's willing to bet $1 million on you don't have the courage to take it on and at least try against Jake Paul. He's afraid of failure, and when you're afraid of failure, you've already failed. But thank you guys for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you for the constant support. Hit the like button, share it, comment what you guys thought of this video, any opinions you have about Tommy Fury and Jake Paul, or who Jake Paul should fight next. But I'll see you guys later. Thank you guys for watching again. Peace.